As far as philosophy is concerned, philosophy has a different meaning according to different schools. For example, according to the Western school of philosophy, the philosophy is made up of two words, the philos and the sophia. Philos means the quest, and sophia means knowledge. So, according to the Western school of philosophy, the meaning of philosophy is a quest for knowledge. So, what kind of quest this philosophy actually has towards the knowledge? Because they believe that when the human being actually was evolved on the earth's surface, from that time onwards he is trying to find some answers to lot of questions, when he was evolved, then he saw on this earth big mountains, plateaus, oceans. Then the question came to his mind, exactly who has created this? There must be someone who has created all this universe, or he also actually uh, thought about what is the ultimate reality, whether it is God or something else which has created this world. So these kind of quest for the answer of this type of question is a main aim of the philosophy. But Indian philosophy has a different meaning. Indian philosophy actually does not just look about these type of questions, but at the same time, Indian philosophy is more concerned about the self liberalization, self realization. So that's why darshan in Hindi means to see what? To see yourself exactly who you are. So the main aim of the Indian philosophy is to get yourself liberalized, get yourself liberated. So that's why darshan means to see yourself who you are. It is more concerned about the self realization. Now, as far as the UPSC syllabus is concerned, we have to basically study two things in a UPSC syllabus. The first is metaphysics. Metaphysics basically deals with actually what this world is made up of. What is ultimate reality? So, but before we discuss about what is the ultimate reality, we have to also understand the meaning of the substance. You can call it as a substance or you can call it as a god. Both words can be used interchangeably. So, substance is something, must be something. When we talk about substance, the concept of the substance, that means that the substance is something which is perfect, and which is super powerful in the sense that there must not be some other uh, power which is more powerful than the substance. So substance must be super powerful, or God must be super powerful. That's then only we will consider him as a God or substance. So super powerful itself indicates that it must be also one, because super powerful can only be one. We cannot say that the two people or you know uh, two people are super powerful. This statement itself will be contradictory. So super powerful itself indicates that it must be one. So this is the concept of super powerful or substance or God. But generally, what exactly this metaphysics, generally metaphysics face a lot of problems. Like for example, in reality, we actually generally observe two things. the consciousness and the matter, because these two, the whole of the world can be divided broadly into two categories. Anything in this world is either consciousness or it is matter, and both this matter and consciousness are completely different from each other. So that's why when we will study the metaphysics, you will see that this some people will say that the ultimate reality is a consciousness. Ultimate reality is a consciousness. Then the problem will arise that if the ultimate reality is a consciousness, then how you will actually explain the existence of matter? So some of these, all those philosophers which believes that the ultimate reality is a consciousness, they comes under the school of idealism. They are called as idealist. So they face a lot of problem because they have to explain the existence of the matter, because matter and consciousness is completely different. So that's why they actually have to uh, you know they have to explain exactly why this matter is there. If the consciousness, if everything is consciousness, then how you will explain the existence of matter? So this is the problem actually being faced by the idealism. So some of the philosopher will try to explain this existence of matter by saying that the actually this matter is not a matter. Everything is consciousness. Like Shankar will say that the everything is Brahma. So this Brahm is a consciousness, but it appears to us like a matter because we are in ignorance. So this is some kind of appearance. Actually, it is not. The consciousness actually is not getting itself, you know, evolved or into the matter. But it is the appearance actually, because of the fact that you are you in ignorance. That's why this consciousness appears to you like a matter, but actually it is consciousness. Then another school like Hegel will say that, but here the Shankar will again face a problem, because he is not able to explain the origin of ignorance, exactly from where this ignorance comes. Hegel is in idealism. There is another type of a school which will say that the consciousness has got itself evolved into the matter. They again face a lot of problems, like how the consciousness, which is completely different from material, can get itself evolved into matter. That is the problem being faced by idealism. Then another school is known as materialism. Materialism believes that everything, ultimate reality is a substance, is a matter. They say that the mm, like Charvak, they say that when this matter actually get itself, mixed in a certain proportion, then the consciousness is evolved. So, like Charvak says that there is no red color in the betel nuts, there is no red color in the betel leaves, lime, or catechu. But when you mixed all these things in a certain proportion, then red color is produced. In the same manner, when these all the five elements like Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash, when they all get mixed in a certain proportion, then the consciousness is evolved. And when they get themselves detached from each other, then the consciousness is destroyed. So they say ultimately the substance, the main ultimate reality is a matter. But they also face a lot of problems, like how consciousness, which is completely different from the matter, can get evolved from the matter, because the analogy that they are giving is it cannot be applied in case of consciousness, because when we talk about the red color, the betel nuts is also matter, the lime is also matter, and all these when they this red color is also matter. So in this case, the from matter, the matter is getting produced, but this analogy cannot be applicable in case of consciousness, which is completely different. So that's how you have to study the metaphysics. The another things that you have to study is epistemology. Epistemology basically talks about how we get the knowledge, because in other subjects like physics or chemistry or biology, uh, these subjects never ever have any kind of doubt on the mm, on they don't have any doubt about whatever knowledge they are getting, whether this knowledge is true or false, because if Newton, when Newton basically when Newton saw the stone coming down towards the earth, he tried to find what are the force which actually attracts this stone towards the earth, but he never had any kind of doubt whether the stone is falling on the earth or not. But epistemology, the philosophy, basically also have doubt about the sources through which you are getting knowledge. For example, they say that the moon appears to us like a disc shape, but it is not. Its shape is not like a disc; it is a spherical. And so that's why they believe that whatever knowledge we are getting, we have to actually examine our sources through which we are getting knowledge, whether these sources are giving us a true knowledge or not. So in epistemology, we have a two different schools. The first is known as empiricist, which believe that the main source of our knowledge is a experience. So whatever knowledge we get through only sense perception. Then another, but this claim of this empiricist is, you know, um, is challenged by the rationalist, because they say that whatever they say that the knowledge is what? Knowledge is something which should be universal truth and which should be necessary true. Means if you are getting any knowledge, if you are considering something as a knowledge, then this knowledge must be universal truth. It means that it must be true on the earth and it must be true on the moon as well. So they say that, and it must also be necessarily true, means out of 100 times it must be true, 100 times true. So they say, this rationalists say that the knowledge that we get through the experience, sense perception, cannot be considered as a knowledge, because it is neither necessarily true nor it is universal true. For example, we get the knowledge about the boiling point of the water through the perception, because whenever we uh, actually boil the water, when we start heating the water, then we don't know exactly what is the boiling point of water. When we keep on giving heat energy, and at 100 degrees centigrade it start getting boiled. So we come to know that the boiling point of the water is 100 degrees centigrade. That is how exactly we get the knowledge through perception. Now rationalists will say that this knowledge is not universal true, because if you go to the moon and if you start boiling the water, it is possible that the water will start getting boiled at a much less temperature than the 100 degrees centigrade, because the pressure on the moon is less compared to the earth. Or if you go to the mountainous region also, water will start getting boiled at a lower temperature than the 100 degrees centigrade. So this knowledge is not universal. This knowledge is also not necessarily true, because out of 100 times it is possible that the water may start getting boiled at a less temperature than the 100 degree. So that's why they say that this kind of knowledge, which is being acquired through the sense perception, cannot be considered as a knowledge, because it is neither the necessarily true nor it is universal truth. Now, rationalists say that the knowledge can be acquired only through the reasoning. So that's why they consider reasoning as a true source of knowledge. They says like for example 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. It is a knowledge because it is 100, it is universal truth. If you go to the moon or you go to the Mars, everywhere 2 plus 2 is going to be 4 only. And it is also necessarily true, because out of 100 times 2 plus 2 is going to be always 4. So that's why they say that whatever knowledge we get through the reasoning, that is a knowledge, because it is necessarily true and it is also universal true. Now, empiricists say that this knowledge that we get through reasoning cannot be considered as a knowledge, because empiricist says that this is not a new knowledge. It does not give us a new information. They say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Is this uh, is this sentence, is this equation is giving some any kind of new knowledge? No, because anybody who know 2 and who know plus and 2, then he itself 2 plus 2 itself is a 4. So 4 is the predicate, is not giving anything, any new knowledge about the subject. They give an example that one person actually bring some apples for his son. He says to son that I have bought two apple, and then he says then again I have bought two another apple, and a new thing that I want to tell you, which you don't know, that I have bought four apple. So emphasis says two apple plus two apple itself is a four apple. This is not this all the knowledge that we get through reasoning. It's a some kind of repetition. Two plus two, the four is a repetition, because if the four is not giving any new knowledge about the two plus two. So that's why they say that the all the knowledge that we gathered through the reasoning cannot be considered as a knowledge, because it does not give any new information. So this is what actually the we will study in the epistemology.